Hello everyone, I hope you're all well. This month's video will be shorter than usual. It's just to let those of you who are interested in my unknown project know that I have now identified my 6th unknown soldier. Last week my case to identify the final resting place of Captain Oliver Steele was approved by the Joint Casualty and Compassionate Centre. I know some of you are also interested in the how. I can tell you that it was possible to identify the grave of Captain Steele through a process of elimination. In short, the grave in question was that of an unknown officer of the Royal Berkshire Regiment at the Divisional Collecting Post Cemetery and Extension just outside Ypres. All missing officers of the Royal Berkshire Regiment, bar one, were killed outside the area where the unknown officer was found. This resulted in Captain Steele being the only one killed within a certain radius of where the unknown officer was found. Captain Oliver Steele was born in New Zealand in 1882. Oliver was a terrific athlete. His school record of the Auckland Grammar School under 15-year-olds 100 yards remained unbeaten for several years. After his school years, Oliver Steele became a professional soldier. He saw service in South Africa during the Boer War while serving with the 5th Contingent of the New Zealand Rhodesian Field Force Artillery. For his actions in the Boer War, he was awarded the King's and Queen's South Africa medals with 2 and 4 clasps respectively. After the Boer War, Oliver Steele was one of the few colonials to receive a commission in the British Army. He was posted to the 1st Battalion Royal Berkshire Regiment, with which he went to India. Oliver returned to New Zealand during 1 year's furlough. Upon his return to India, he was promoted to captain. Captain Oliver Steele was continuing his military studies in England when World War I broke out. He eventually landed in France on the 10th of September 1914 as a draft for his regiment. Captain Oliver Steele was eventually killed in action on the 25th of October 1914. The 1st Battalion Royal Berkshire Regiment was engaged in fighting just south of Broadseinde. Those who have been following the channel for a few years might remember Captain William Miles Kington of the Royal Welsh Fusiliers. I was one of the 3 researchers who identified his final resting place at Tyncott Cemetery in 2019. If you do remember, you may also recall that Captain Kington was killed at Broadseinde on the 20th of October 1914. This is not that far from where Captain Steele was killed. Captain Steele would be mentioned in dispatches for his actions on the 25th. While supporting the French attack on Broadseinde, the 1st Berkshire Regiment was exposed to some big German guns while advancing across the Broadseinde-Molenaar-Rijstook Ridge. Captain Oliver Steele and a few of his men at once rushed the German artillery positions, succeeding in removing the sights of the guns and thus rendering them useless. He was later killed by a big shell while reorganizing his men. The 32-year-old Captain Steele was among the first New Zealanders to be killed in action during the First World War. It is such an honour to be able to identify the grave of an unknown soldier, and I will do everything in my power to attend the rededication ceremony whenever it will take place. If you want to stay up to date on these identification cases, I can highly suggest you to visit my Facebook page and subscribe to the YouTube channel. That's it for this month. I hope to catch you in another video. Cheers!